A very warm good morning to one and all present over here class. Welcome to the digital platform of APS. Now this is Pawan Kumar. Today I will start 12th lecture of chapter 13 probability. So class, in previous lecture I have discussed bias theory. Now I have completed questions related to bias theory, and now today I will discuss the new topic, that is random variables. So new heading is random variables. My new heading is random variables. See, so what is random variables? What is random variables? Random variable is a type of variable whose values are determined by outcomes, determined by the outcomes of random experiment. Outcomes of random experiment. Now see, this statement says random variable is a type of variable whose values are determined by the outcomes of the given random variables or the random experiment, and it is denoted by capital letter of English alphabets X, Y, Z, etc. C, and their values are denoted by the corresponding small letters. And their values are denoted by corresponding small letters. And letters is, suppose A, B and C. This is A, B, C. Or you can consider this is X, Y, Z respectively. This is small z. Now random variable is a type of variable whose values are determined by the random experiment or possible outcomes of random experiment. Now see the example. Or in other words, you can also define the random variables. See, a random variable is a real valued function. A random variable is a real valued function. Random variable is a real valued function whose domain is the sample space of what? Sample space of the experiment. Sample space of the experiment. This is another definition of random variables. So what is random variables? Random variables is a real valued function whose domain is the sample space of the experiment. Now I will come to the example to explain the random variables. See the example. Example of random variable. Example of random variable. Let S be the sample space in a single toss of 3 coins. Capital S be the sample space of single toss of 3 coins. Such that what we can write about S? So S set will be, or S set will be HHH. Now HHT. Now HTH. Now HTT. Now THH, now THT, next TTH, next TTT. There are 8 possible outcomes, you know. This is the sample space in a single toss of 3 coins, you know. Suppose let X denotes the number of heads. Let capital X denotes the number of heads. Suppose capital X denotes the number of heads. So first of all you will see HHH means H comes 3 times. So what we can write about HHH? This will be 3. Now in these outcomes and these outcomes, H is 2 times. So X of HHT is equal to X of HTH is equal to X of THH. All values is 2. See. Now third, X of HTT is equal to X of THT is equal to X of TTH is equal to 1. See. Now X of TTT is equal to 0. So X denotes the number of heads. So in these outcomes, in this event, there are 2 heads, there are 2 heads, there are 2 heads. So this will be 2. In these outcomes, HTT, there is single head, so 1. And in these outcomes, TTT, so its random variable will be 0. Now, what we can say about this? This will be the random variables of number of heads in a single toss of 3 coins. See. Now I will come to the next heading. The next heading is probability distribution. See, next heading is probability distribution. What is probability distribution? Probability distribution. So see, what is probability distribution? This is the system consisting of a random variable along with px, or we can say the system consisting of random variable x along with px, and this is known as probability distribution of x. Probability distribution of x, and we can write this in tabular format. This is random variable x, and now this is px. This is x and this is px. So suppose this is x1, their corresponding value is p of x1, x2, their corresponding value is p of x2, corresponding probability is not value, so x3, p of x3, x4, p of x4. Similarly, xn, p of xn. You can write this. Here you can write this is the condition. This is the condition p of xi will be always greater than 0. P of xi or p of I will be always greater than 0. And second condition is P1 plus P2 or P of x1, P of x1 plus P of x2 plus P of x3 plus up to P of xn, this sum will be, you will get 1. This is the condition. See, this is the basic explanation of probability distribution of random variables. See, now I will come to the next heading. The next heading is binomial distribution. Binomial distribution. See, heading is binomial probability distribution. So to explain the binomial probability distribution, first of all I will come to the explanation of trials. So what is trial? First of all we will learn about trials. What is trials? See, heading is trials. See, what is trials? When each time we toss a coin, suppose you are tossing a coin single times, 2 times, triple times, each time you are tossing a coin, or suppose you are rolling a die, or rolling a die, the possible outcomes will be here. So what is trials? When each times or each time we toss a coin, or we roll a die, or perform any other experiment, or we perform any other experiment, we call it, and then it is said to be trial. Then it is said to be trials. Suppose example, if we perform an experiment 4 times, if we perform or we are going to perform an experiment 4 times, then the number of trial is 4. Note point. If suppose you are going to perform an experiment, we perform an experiment four times, then what we can say? The number of trial is 4. The number of trial is 4. This is the example. See, now what is Bernoulli's trial? See, new heading is Bernoulli's trial. We are going to explain Bernoulli's trial. Bernoulli's trial. What is Bernoulli's trial? See, what is Bernoulli's trial? Trials of a random experiment are said to be trials of an random experiment are said to be Bernoulli's trial if it will satisfy the given condition. They satisfy the following condition. They satisfied the following condition. And what is condition? Condition is there should be a finite number of trials. There should be a finite number of trials. First condition. Now second condition. Suppose this is first condition. And what is second condition? Second condition is the trial should be independent. The trial should be independent. And now third condition is each trial has exactly two outcomes. Each trial has exactly two outcomes. What is this? One is success, one is success or failure. See, success or failure. Fourth is, what is fourth point? Fourth point is the probability of success remains the same in each trial. The probability of success remains the same in each trial. This is the condition. These are the 4 conditions. If these 4 conditions will satisfied, then this will satisfy the Bernoulli's trial or Bernoulli's experiment. See, any experiment are said to be Bernoulli's experiment if this satisfied. There is 4 conditions. There should be a finite number of trials. The trials should be independent and each trial has exactly 2 outcomes, success or failure. And 4th is the probability of success remain the same in each trial. See, now Bernoulli trial is totally completed.